Hey Monkey Community, back with another update here. Red days in the market continue, and people are really hurting quite a bit, and Monkey's no different, down 18% on the 24-hour chart. I've got it pulled up here. You can see this large drop here, and this was a large wallet selling about 2% of Monkey, 21, 22 million worth here, and that'll do it to a chart. But you can see we kind of hit the bottom here, and then folks are buying up the dip, which is incredible. I was able to take advantage as well of the cheap prices and add some more. So still incredibly bullish. Obviously, everything's down. Markets are down. You see Bitcoin had previously dipped below 90,000. You can see the big red candle here, but I have it all zoomed out here so we can look at it closer to see, maybe things aren't as bad as everybody thinks. People tend to panic when the market's down for a while like this, which is understandable. I'm still bullish and still looking forward to the long term, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Memes as well overall are down for the most part. A lot of red here when you look at the top memes, and so Monkey's no exception. We're seeing some pain on the chart, but hope everyone's hanging in there. And now's the time to be greedy when others are fearful. As the saying goes, now's a great time to buy things that you have conviction with, like Monkey, and keep on adding. And I think that's generally the long-term way to make money if you can afford it, of course. I know some people have different financial situations. They need to try to preserve their capital or they need the money for other stuff and they sell. So, not judging anyone for that. Everybody's situation is different. But if you can hold or even add more to your conviction bags like Monkey, that's typically the way to go when the markets are red. Again, be greedy when others are fearful, buy the blood, and that typically works well historically. And the bullish outlook remains for Monkey and for me. The thesis hasn't changed, remains the same. When the market bounces back, I believe Monkey will too. So now's the time to get in position. You'll be happy you got into position, in my opinion. So let's look at the news here, pulling up on X, Ionic XBT. I really love this post here. He says, I love buying projects after they correct and retest. Why? Because all the sellers are exhausted, JITs are out, and it's all buyers left. More buying pressure, less selling pressure. This is where the real momentum builds. All the short-term traders are gone, and now only left are the believers. Risk to reward ratio is at its absolute peak. And the funny thing is, the same JITs who sold at the bottom always FOMO back in higher. So more untouched buying pressure. Understand this is how you win. Buy fear, ride conviction, let the weak hands regret later. I totally agree. I think Monkey is going to be at this point soon. We're going to have more buying pressure, and then we're going to have that momentum. And what I really loved about this post here is how it says only believers are left. I think we're at that point. And the same JITs who sold the bottom always FOMO back in higher. And so I think this is key here. The way Monkey's been with the mind share, with the many different holders we've had, a lot of influential people, Sling, JITs, Mitch, so on and so forth. Alon himself, a lot of them have held Monkey or talked about Monkey. And so what's going to happen, I think, we get that momentum because of the believers that are left and that upward buying pressure and the folks that sold at the bottom who have held, know of Monkey, know of the potential, and at one point believed will come back because I think they know we're going so much higher. The narrative is that we're $1 billion coin. We believe it. And I think folks understand that. The community is not stopping. We believe it. And so they're going to FOMO back in higher because they're aware of the potential and they'll see the short-term price action and want to get back in. That causes that buying pressure and it just moves everything upwards, and that's how you get the parabolic runs. So I agree with this post here. I think Monkey is in position to do something like this when we start our run again. The folks, the influencers that were in before, the people that have seen us on the timeline, people want an animal runner like this, and I think we're going to get it. So I'm holding still and buying and adding here at this price. Vivek Sen here posts billionaire Grant Cardone just said he's buying millions worth of Bitcoin every time it crashes. It's going to 1 million in 3 years. He's a billionaire. He knows he's obviously bullish, but good take here. Don says it's not over till you sell. I'm holding on to my monkey again. Like I said, everyone's situation is different, so I'm not judging anyone if you have to sell for whatever reason. But in my opinion, don't sell now. I think we're close to the bottom. I think crypto is going to come back. Meme coins and monkeys specifically is going to come back. So don't sell. It's not over till you sell. Hold on to your monkey. El Salvador just bought 100 million in Bitcoin. While everyone is panicking at these levels, the nation state is buying the dip with 9 figures of conviction. Say what you want about sentiment, but when governments are stacking Bitcoin on red days, it tells exactly where this is all heading. So shout out to El Salvador buying the dip here. Dan Gambardello says the day before Bitcoin bottom in the 3000s during COVID, I told holders we'd survive it. Today feels similar, not because the situation is the same, but because sentiment is. Fear peaks right before the story turns. We'll make it through this, and this moment will end up being a meaningful chapter in the crypto cycle. Hang in there. And he has a screenshot of the post from March 12th, 2020. He says Bitcoin holders will survive this. If you go back here, March of 2020, let's see if I can find it here. There it is, March of 2020. You can see here dipping down. I don't know exactly where he's talking about, but you can see it's 7,000 and then the candle down here. Maybe this is what he's talking about, 3,000. And you can see where we are now. So that was just, 4 or 5 years ago. And we're back so much higher here. So Dan knows what he's talking about here. All right, this isn't his first rodeo. He understands. People panic, people get fearful. We're going to survive this. Mana here says, if you sell here, you'll regret it for the rest of your lives. Bookmark this tweet. All-time highs in 2026, generational wealth incoming. Totally agree. I think we're going to run, and it's going to be a lot quicker than people think. Dior says, one day, whenever it may be, the good guys will win. Nothing I wish more for than that. Shibo says, the top is in. We're going to 50K, bro. You're telling me CZ launched Aster and the Trump family launched World Liberty Financial. Just let the charts fizzle out and go nowhere. Yeah, right, buddy. We're going to have another big parabolic leg, and alts are going to pump beyond comprehension. Mark my words. I agree. Gordon says December will be one of the most bullish months in crypto history. Do you get it? Shibo again, if you're bearish right now, you're an idiot. The market makers won and got you to give up hope. This is not the end, but it's actually only the beginning. We're going to pump so hard, you'll regret not buying at these prices. Believe in something. So I agree. I think this is a short-term thing. We're going to end up pumping in. Don't forget, October 10th, 5 weeks ago or so, everyone panicked. People lost a lot of money, but then we bounced back, didn't we? So I think the same thing's going to happen here. Long term, we're looking good. Here's more evidence. Vivek Sen again says Coinbase CEO said live on CNBC that Bitcoin crypto market structure bill is about to pass. It's happening. So again, this is legitimizing crypto, bringing it more mainstream, bringing it out in the open, and making people comfortable with it. So much money is going to flow into crypto over the next few years. I'm extremely bullish here. Andy Leon says crypto runs on community, belief, and unity. Believe that with Monkey, we've got all that with the community. We're still working red, green days, it doesn't matter. And just in highest recorded IQ holder says Bitcoin is going to 220,000 in the next 45 days. So highest IQ holder on record thinks Bitcoin is going a lot higher. So I'd rather listen to this guy or some of these CEOs that we talked about that have said the bull run hasn't even started yet. I'd rather listen to these folks rather than just random people on CT. I understand the sentiment, but I think we're going so much higher. And Monkey is no exception. We have a great project, great community, and I think we are going to run. It's just a matter of time. So hold on, friends, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.